What's up? What's up, my guys? Welcome to another show, Jim with J Money, man. We back. It's another day. We're trying to get some cheddar, man. It's Tuesday. Only three games today, but we're still going to recap yesterday. Win or lose, you're always going to recap. And like I said, we're going to try to get to some money today. I'm your host, J Money. That's my guy, BlackJack Fletcher. It's my guy, Junior Browne, man. Make sure you guys go to sbrpicks.com/NBA to check out all the articles over there. Like and subscribe to the channel if you guys like the content, my guys. What's up, BlackJack? Everything cool with you, my guy? Or how was your day yesterday?
Fantastic, my man. 3-1 yesterday. Winners with the Pistons, winners with the Thunder, and over in Denver and Dallas. The only one didn't come through was that Indiana Toronto under, which whatever. 3-1, baby. Great night. Great night.
Hey, take that every day, right? We'll take
Hell
that every
yeah.
day. What's up, Junior? What's up with you, my guy? With everything cool?
Yeah, my official show pick did not come through. I had the Nets first half, and I'm not gonna be a liar because I did say I was blindly betting Denver Dallas second half over, which didn't. All the scoring stopped. They scored 69 points in the first quarter and barely scored that many in the second half. So obviously I'm exaggerating, but missed that by a few points. I did follow through. Unfortunately, like we say a lot of times on the show. There are plays that we made later on. So I did follow through my lean on Detroit, which had me a little bit nervous. But listen, Detroit's been cashing tickets, so glad to see that. But I did take a L on the Bulls plus the points later on last night too. So not as good as Blackjack. How about yourself?
Yeah, hey, everything is good, man. Everything cool, man. I know we talked about that Magic game on the show. I mean, Ennis was questionable. He ended up playing on the minutes limit. The Hornets came out hot. They was up 30-17, man. I'm like, come on, Magic. Come on. Y'all better than this. You're supposed to come out hot and pissed. You see what I'm saying? And that's why I'll tell people I'm not on the first quarter. I'm not even on the first half. I'm on the full game. I just need them to get it done for me. And oh man, they came back. Once they came back and stole their momentum in the third quarter, come back, took the lead. I mean, they had got up by 20 points. They had got up 83-63 in the fourth quarter. I was in my car driving home yelling, like, kick their ass. You know what I'm saying? I was serious that, but yeah, no, I was all over the Magic yesterday. They went and got a couple presents for myself, and the Magic was nice enough to pay for it for me, so I appreciate them. Also hopped on the Warriors there. Also talked about that. We didn't talk about that on the show. We had too many games yesterday, but yeah, the Warriors, they smacked them boys up yesterday. The Celtics, they get it done over the Bulls, man. They was necessary, kind of sort of in a little sleepy spot, a little back-to-back spot. But like I said on the show, they still don't want to take any L's. You see what I'm saying? They're not trying to take no L. They came out there and smacked the Bulls up. The Bulls are still respectable, though. OKC, they went down versus the Blazers. I mean, they end up downing the Blazers over there. Man, Dort was all over Dame Lillard. Like I said on the show as well, if they can stifle Dame Lillard, it's gonna be a long game for them. What's called end up sitting out. Let me see, a couple injury news coming up. But if so, George Hill ended up sitting out for OKC. So a lot of people kind of hopped off of them. I know I didn't hop on. They still ended up getting the job done, covering that spread and the money line. The Lakers, we have to talk about LeBron. Where he go for 46 points over there in Cleveland. They didn't cover the spread though. I mean, and they was down 4 points. They had got down 95-91 in the fourth quarter over there. They was damn near finna lose the game. I'm like, damn, what's going on? But yeah, LeBron had to pretty much save them heroic. That was just interesting to see that they almost lost literally straight up to the Cavs there. Not saying that the Cavs are a pushover or anything, but it was a closer game than most people thought. They thought it was going to be easy. The Nuggets ended up down in the Mavs, man. What's called it with Jamal Murray ended up going down with a low blow, man. That's tough, man. Why you got to hit the guy in his jewels like that, my guy? He needs them. You see what I'm saying? But anyway, Murray went down and the Mavs still couldn't get it done, man. Michael Porter Jr. 6 threes, so they ended up getting it done over there. A lot of sharp guys on the Nuggets yesterday for their revenge spot. The Nets ended up pulling away from the Heat late there. It was another close game there for a while, and then the Nets pulled away, and then the Pistons ended up getting the job done. No, when Joel Embiid sits, the 76ers are a fade, man. The Pacers end up getting their revenge as well, my guys. But enough of me talking, my guys. Let's get to these games, man. We got plenty of time to talk about these three games today. First one up, we got Clippers versus the Hawks, my guys. So you guys can go on and rant, you know what I'm saying, pretty much about whatever you want, talk all your your stuff today. We got plenty of time. This Hawks line opened up at 2.5. It's up to 5 now for the Hawks. I mean, what are we doing here with it? Like I say, injury news. We still don't even know if Capella and Trae Young is playing for sure. I mean, in theory, they should be back after not playing the last game, but they're still questionable. We don't know for sure. So maybe someone has some inside info out there pushing the lineup, but there's no way I'm betting this game. We know for the Clippers, BlackJack and Junior, that no Pat Beverly, no Paul George, and no Kawhi Leonard for sure. So a lot of people seeing that, I know, and immediately hopping on the other side. But like I said, still a lot of moving parts in this game, BlackJack. What you looking at, my guy?
Way too many moving parts, right? I mean, if you're naming the top 3 players in this game on either side, it's Leonard, George, and Trae Young, and you don't know if any of them, 2 of them won't be on the floor, and one of them might not be on the floor either. Betting this game right now is throwing a dart at a board and hoping it hits. It's like, you can't do it. This is crazy. It's crazy to bet this game. You don't know. Literally, I'm looking at the injury report right now. Trae Young, Clint Capella, Danilo Gallinari are questionable. Cam Reddish probable. And Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, Patrick Beverly are out. How in the hell can you bet this basketball game?
Exactly. So let's see. Gallinari is probable now, Junior. So that's one player that's probable for sure. But we know Trae Young and Capella are probably the 2 biggest pieces in there. With this line going up, Junior, I'd probably say they're back in. We don't know for sure, but they're probably back in here. My problem is here, Junior, what's up? We got to look over on the Clippers side. Do they still have a good enough squad that can hang with the Hawks? Or I was thinking about this one a lot last night, and I'm like, okay, maybe 1.5, 2, 3 for the Hawks. See what I'm saying? They're getting out of hand here. Not saying that it won't be a blowout for them, but I just think a lot of people think it'll be easy, Junior, because we know the 2 best players for the Clippers are out.
I mean, to be honest, BlackJack hit the nail on the head. What are you betting? What like the people, like the fact that I see money moving on here, it annoys me because it's kind of like, what information do these people have that we don't, that's making the line move this significantly? Even without those players that you named for the Clippers, the Hawks haven't been consistent enough to be laying this many points against anybody. For those of you that haven't watched them consistently, you'll know against teams that they're supposed to be better than, they have trouble covering the spread. So I'm not really too sure why this line continues to move up. And I say all that also to say I wouldn't take the points with the Clippers either, because I don't even know what their lineup is like. So this is a complete stay away from me.
Yeah, like I saw somebody in the chat, Jay, say like, oh, the Clippers have so much more depth than the Hawks. Well, I mean, I think I'd agree that they are generally a deeper team, but you're taking 3 of their absolute best players out. And now let's tease this out the other way. What if Trae Young does play tonight and the Clippers are throwing out Reggie Jackson, Luke Kennard, Nicholas Batum, and Serge Ibaka with not much on the bench? Like, this could go either way. You just have no basic philosophy. When you don't know who's playing the game, it's hard to bet.
Exactly. Yeah, no, it's a bunch of moving parts here. My problem here is, and like I said, I was thinking about this all night. So the Clippers have been one of the hottest teams in the league right now. Obviously, when Paul George and Kawhi go down, they're not going to be the same team. So we look at it here for the Clippers, like BlackJack says, likely the starters will be Reggie Jackson, Luke Kennard, Batum, Morris, and Ibaka. Ibaka and Morris are still 2 regular starters over there. See what I'm saying? So, and Batum as well. So you look at the bench, they got sweet Lou Will. So I just get a little out of hand, just real quick. Lou Will going back over there to ATL. Hey, what you finna do, Lil Will? You gonna hit the stricker? Hey, can he get in or what? Was he pulling up Lil Will wings? All right, I'll get back to the show now, Rick. I just had to. I forgot. You know what I'm saying? Lil Will hit me. Hey, I gotta go to ATL real quick, get some wings. You know what I'm saying? I'm back, baby. They might give him some magic, man. But you can't disrespect the Clippers though, even because sometimes we see the star players go out. Everybody else steps up. You see what I'm saying? Lou Williams and Zubac and Patrick Patterson can still ball off the bench. The way that I'm looking at this game, my guys, I wanted to look towards the Hawks, but this line has gotten too rich for me. Like we have seen money come on it for a reason. You probably will see everybody come back in for the Hawks here. And they coming off their loss as well, my guy. So when you look at both teams are pretty deep. It's just if the Hawks are gonna bring their defense here. So that's the whole thing. If the Hawks are gonna really come to play here, if they bring some stifling defense, in theory, the way that I'm thinking last night, I'm like the Hawks can get this game. This is their game. They got to smack here, but I'm not laying the -5 with them. They are leaving room for the Clippers to come back and get in the back door. And when we see finally that they're listed probable, Young and Capella, which I do think is going to happen, then it's just going to go up even more. This is just one of those games where when they announce the players out the day before, they give a chance to everybody to hop on the other side. Now it's gotten way too far going. It could be a blowout. It's just I'm not hopping on it. I lean the Hawks, but I do think this is a spot where the Clippers do take a loss after being so hot, but I just don't want to lay it with the Hawks. They don't play enough defense for me, man. Consistent defense. But they got Rondo coming off the bench. Like I said, that 5 is too rich for me, man. If you like the Hawks, you should have got on it this morning. That's how I feel. Why would you take them now? You taking them late? I'm not going to say why, because, they could still get the job done. It's just that I'm not, my guys. So what's up, my guys? We got to look on the total, too. BlackJack opened at 224.5, down to 221.5. What we doing? Defensive game with the Clippers missing all the main scores?
You can argue that, but obviously Kawhi Leonard, one of the best defenders in the NBA, and he's not there. So, again, this could go either way. And really, what you just said, Jay, is the bottom line for me. Until I know what Trae Young is doing, there is absolutely no way I'm touching this on any side.
Exactly. Yeah, and for me to put my money, I need for sure, Junior. Like me, I'll be waiting at the spot. I have to wait to see. Okay, these boys in for sure. For sure. Yep. You see what I'm saying? It ain't no, I think. Oh, no, not in today's NBA. Forget all that, Junior. But what you think here? What side of the total would you lean to, my guy?
I would lean under. I think that not only is it going to turn out to be more of a defensive game, I think the pace is going to be pretty slow, too. I always talk about playmakers for any team that's looking to be successful. And if you look at just this game from an overall standpoint, you've just taken away the Clippers' 3 top playmakers out of their roster. So I can't imagine the plan for them is going to be to speed things up. And they don't even tend to play at a fast pace when everybody's right. They play at one of the slowest. I think they play at the 3rd or 4th slowest pace in the league. So that total seems pretty high in a game that's missing all kinds of scorers and playmakers.
Exactly. It's a lot of moving parts for me, man, this game. Like I say, this is one I was thinking about last night. I'm looking at it, wondering what the line's going to open up at. Like I say, and it was at 2.5. Those were the spots where, somebody was going to hop on it or where people laying large amounts of money on it. It's going to be right there. They're not laying at -5. Like, that's the square line now. Like, you're literally catching the ass in the line. It's only going to give more. So, if you like the Clippers, I would really say wait, because you probably would get a 6. If you like the Hawks, if you're really anticipating that Trae Young's going to play, I would say hop on it now. But I really do think this is like a degenerate type game. A lot of people are going to look at this. Paul George, Kawhi Leonard out. Oh, it's going to be easy. And it could be. Don't get it twisted. It could be easy blowout for the Hawks. It's just,
right.
I called it too late. You see what I'm saying? I called it too late, my guys. So a lean Hawks, but I'm staying. We missed the line for me. We'll see if they can get the job done. All the players come back and smack them boys up. Clippers still got some ballers, but it could be a little drop spot for them, man. I do think so, my guys. But I got to honorable mention. Them boys been with the Lakers and the Jazz. They've been one of the 3 hottest teams in the league right now. So we'll see, my guys. We got the next game up. Wizards versus Rockets, man. We're probably going to spend about a hot 15 talking about this one. You dig what I'm saying? But Rockets open up at 1.5, up to 3.5 now. Total up at 230.5, up to 233, my guys. What you thinking here? We see plenty of offense here. The Wizards still trying to see what are they gonna get some guys back? They still got guys out. They ran out of gas for the Spurs, Junior. What you think here? You taking the Wiz kids?
Here's my problem with first of all, here's one of several problems I have with this team. First of all, if you just look closely at the record, what's the record? 3-9. they've only played 12 games. They're way behind the pace compared to some of these other teams. Like a lot of these teams have played 17, 18 games. So the Hawks, the Wizards only have 3 wins. And I'm just trying to figure out, and I haven't watched them as much as I've watched other teams. Like I watch a bit of every game, but their games are just so unwatchable like lately that I haven't paid as much attention to them as I have. But I have a sincere question for you, the two of you, and anybody that's watching the show. What are the Wizards? Like, what are they? If you're handicapping the Wizards and you're like, the Wizards do this really well. I mean, they shoot a lot of threes, I guess. Don't particularly, make a lot of them, and even though they shoot a high percentage because their pace is all off. And again, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but that kind of goes back to like what I was saying about playmakers. The Wizards have some, decent playmakers, and they play at the fastest pace in the league. But is that a good thing? Like, I swear to God, and I know our job on this show is to give analysis and try to at least help people lean one way. But I say, Jay, I say this all the time. I know what I don't know. I don't know what these Wizards are, bro. So there's no chance that I would invest my money with this team. I'm fading the Wizards, or I'm not touching this game. That's the only way that I can look at it. Nothing. I want to hear one of you guys please tell me why the Wizards would be a bet on team for anyone that has sense.
I can't. I can't because when I looked at this line, the first thing I said is I love Houston here. I'm with you. There's no reason to like the Wizards here. The absences only contribute to that, right? I mean, yeah, you've got Westbrook who's played okay, and you've got Bradley Beal who's doing his thing. I feel bad that Bradley Beal is still there.
Yuck. Sorry, BlackJack. Sorry.
I don't blame you, man. It sucks, right? Like I said, I just feel bad for Beal. Like I wish Beal would get moved to a real team. But now you're going up against, the first game with Houston where Wall and Oladipo are going to be together. Cousins actually looks like he's got a little bit of life in him. Even if Christian Wood's not playing, I still think that this game is just so overwhelmingly tilted to Houston that at this number, all day long, Rockets.
Yeah, me personally, I do think that the Wizards, they are better in my opinion. Their 3-9 record indicates but in this particular spot, I'm not going to gas them up for the future. They could be a bet on team. They never give up. They have Bradley Beal, who guys that never gives up. He can go out there for 50. They can still lose, but he'll go out there and cover that spread for your ass plus 7.5. You know what I'm saying? Or something. They'll lose by 5. They'll be up by 10 or something. They end up miraculously losing by 5, but he'll cover that spread for you. But in this particular situation, the Wizards are a depleted team, man. If they're starting to get some of their guys back, when they get back a full team, then I think they have some bet on potential. And in my opinion, but in this particular spot, especially the second game coming off that long layoff, man. If you look at versus the Spurs, the game versus Spurs, which they did look good the first, which some of them were just the Spurs not even taking them serious. The first 3 quarters, they was right there. That fourth quarter, they ran all the way out of gas, man. You could just tell they were all out of rhythm and stuff. So they have one game under their belt, but they're still missing a lot of players. When you have Isaac Bonga out there starting for you, man, it's gonna be a long game. You see what I'm saying? So you got Westbrook so you have Beal, who can be one of the best players on the floor, but you got the motivation factor for the Rockets over there, my guys. I'm pretty sure that the Wizards guys are still out. Talking about Avila, Bertans, Troy Brown Jr., Ish Smith, and Hachimura, and Mo Wagner. So I'm pretty sure that they're still out, still waiting for confirmation. They could possibly get Nito back, which that would help them, but up against this Rockets team, they starting to get hot right now. Junior, say what you got to say. Then I'll finish up, man.
And I didn't mean to interrupt you because I was being unprofessional when I was just talking about the Wizards. I'm just talking about this current version of the Wizards, right? With all the injuries, all the guys just out for different reasons. And to me, the death blow for them that really stopped them from being because to me, the best case scenario from what I've seen for them is that they challenge for an 8th seed if they were 100% healthy and right. And including having Hachimura back, who missed a lot of the beginning of the season. But once Thomas Bryant went out, I was out on this team because he's the only inside presence they have. And I feel like when I watch him, he's like that guy who is part of the reason that we've said for the last season and a half that they're a pretty scrappy team. They bust a lot of spreads because they play hard until the end of the game, and Thomas Bryant being part of that. Once they lost him, like you mentioned, now you got guys like Kabanga and all these guys getting big minutes. They have no interior presence, no rebounding. I'm just afraid for their future and for what it's going to do to Bradley Beal, because Bradley Beal deserves better than this. He's wasting a lot of his time. I mean, he's still a pretty young guy, so it's not like he's not going to be in his prime when he moves on. But one of the best players in the NBA should not be playing for a team that's irrelevant. It's kind of it's a pretty big waste in my opinion.
Yeah. They can go and bring Bradley Beal over here to the Mavs. You know what I'm saying? And he'll be cool, man. We get a championship. Go ahead and bring him over here to the Mavs, and we'll be okay with that. Give me a jersey. You dig what I'm saying? No, but they got Bill Westbrook, not scared of him. So we can't forget about this whole thing, Wall facing his whole team. We can't forget about that part either. You dig what I'm saying? It's these teams made a trade. It was Westbrook for Wall. Wall's playing this game, got a game under his belt, which he looked good versus the Mavs as well. You're gonna have Wall and Oladipo here. You got Daniel House back here tonight, coming back in, which I remember I read that the other day that he was coming back today. PJ Tucker, DeMar Sutton. If they had Wood here, I know he's kind of doubtful / questionable. There's actually a slight chance, the slightest, that he could possibly suit up here. If I'm talking about if Wood goes here, I'm talking about, guys, I'm going to be on this like I was on the Magic yesterday, my guys. You look at the bench, like I say, it's part of the reason the Wizards, if you look at the just teams matchup-wise, period, the Rockets are better than them, especially right now. They got 6 guys out, like, seriously, man. And they're out of rhythm and, you know what I'm saying, not conditioned right, let alone them being overmatched. Only way the Wizards, it's possible, it could happen, especially in today's NBA. The only way I see the Wizards staying close, keeping it in this 3.5 or win this game is if the refs help them out. I'm being perfectly honest with you. And it could happen, so you can't rule that out. But, unless they get some questionable calls or some shit on a Wall at Oladipo early, or they're just not getting the calls, which is possible. We've seen it with some of these COVID games. I don't see the Wizards keeping up in this one particular game. I like the Rockets in this one, my guys. What are we doing here, my guys? What are we doing? BlackJack, you staying off this one? What you doing on the total?
No, I'm taking Rockets. All day long.
What you think about that over, Junior? You think plenty of points here? Props for Wall and Bill. What you thinking?
I'm not taking a side yet, but I have a heavy lean to the Rockets for one specific reason. I just don't like that the line went the wrong way from my perspective, from 3 to 3.5. But the Rockets have shown me, at least the times that I've faded them, that they still have fight, that they still have pride, and they're going to play hard.
That's right.
And if anything, this is a revenge. This is not a revenge spot for John Wall, but John Wall's reaction to that trade wasn't like, "Yes, I'm out of Washington." It was kind of
he say he pissed.
Huh?
Oh, he say what I'm reading. He say he's up for this. He's emotional for this game. He said it's not. It's not as emotional when he's going back to Washington, is what he said. But he said that this is a revenge game. He said that they thought I was done.
Bro, listen. In his opinion, they abandoned ship on him, right? So because he seemed like he did not expect to be traded, even though. If you're living in reality, why wouldn't they trade him? You feel me? So that definitely hurt him. And he still looks like a good player to me. So if he's coming out motivated, and I bet you his boys are ready to ride for him too, I could really only look at Houston, but I really prefer the number to come back down to 3 or 2.5. I don't like the 3.5 much.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's coming down. I think that line is only going up, if you ask me. Like I say, I got a little bit on that 3.5. I'm gonna be sitting there waiting for some confirmations. I always wait for today's NBA. I'm always waiting for confirmations, and then I have a chance to pounce on it. You know what I'm saying, real quick before some other shit happens. So that's just what I do. But yeah, I did put some on that 3.5 already. I think it's nothing but going up from there. Especially like I say, Oladipo is expected to be back here. You got Wall in. From what I'm reading from the Wizards injury report, the guys that was out last game, they're going to be out. Everybody except for Nico Nito. Like Nito is questionable. He could come back here, could give them a spark, but I don't think enough to keep up with this Rockets team. Like the Wizards are gonna have to be, they will have to come in here to play defense, and they would have to be raining threes all night. I'm willing to bet against that. The defense part ain't gonna happen. You dig what I'm saying? So unless the Rockets have a letdown or something, they're only coming off a 2-game road trip coming back to the house. So it's not that 3 or 4. You dig what I'm saying? I like the Rockets here versus depleted team. That's what I got to say. You dig what I'm saying? It's nothing huge for me, but I do like the Rockets. Be waiting for some confirmations. It might be. But let's get to the next one, my guys. We got the Knicks versus the Jazz, my guys. Knicks versus Jazz. BlackJack, we already know where you going. What you doing? You keep riding that Jazz train? You putting on the Jazz music?
You damn right I am. Lay the 11. Laying it. I don't want to hear from these jabronis who are going to come out of the woodwork and start saying, oh, the Knicks play defense. You want to see defense? Watch this Utah team tonight. That's defense. And by the way, it isn't going to be hard to play defense because the Knicks don't score. Utah does. This is a blowout spot. Utah wins this game going away.
Hey, and I couldn't talk you off there, especially way and you know what? And I see all my sharp guys on the Knicks here, plus 11.5. And then when I'm looking at it, I say, but this is a revenge spot for them. It's a revenge spot for the Jazz. They was up by 17 versus the Knicks in the first half in New York, and then came back and then when the Knicks came back and won that game by near double digits. So that's why I said, oh damn, if the Jazz remember that, and then when they hot right now, oh. Junior. I mean, then when they go out there and smack Golden State by 30 in the first half, they're still fresh in my mind as well. So, like I say, all my sharp guys are on the Knicks here. Honestly, I don't know why. Maybe they saying they could keep it close or something, but the Jazz are going to be looking for revenge, Junior. What you thinking here, my guy?
First of all, I love how confident BlackJack is in this play. I've been cashing with Utah, too, the last couple of games. I had him first half, full game last game. I only took him in the first half of the 2 games before that. I felt like I missed out on a sale. But, I mean, BlackJack's so confident he used the word jabroni.
Yep.
He's kind of dressed like my man Jim Ross, so it all works. It all fits. It all fits. I'm riding with my guy BlackJack. Yeah. Out of fish grease right now. And listen, here's a point. BlackJack made a good point just a second ago. Yeah, the Knicks are 4th in the league in defensive rating, but they're one of the worst teams in the NBA in terms of scoring points, and the Jazz are one of the best defenses in the league. On top of that, the Jazz make the most threes in the league. The Knicks make the least amount of threes in the league. And in 2021, that is going to murder you every single time. Ask the Pelicans, which is why I was fading the Pelicans when they were playing the Jazz. Because the Pelicans are like the 3rd worst three-point shooting team in the league. And there was remember, there was a point where in the 3rd quarter of that game, the Jazz made more threes in the 3rd quarter than the Pelicans made all game. Expect something very similar to happen tonight. The Jazz are going to double up the Knicks on threes, which means the Knicks have to shoot really well from inside, which is not going to happen against a Jazz team that's, again, 10 days ago, the Jazz were 18th in the league in defensive rating. Now they're 3rd. Mm-hmm. So that tells you how much they've ramped up their defense. And on top of all the things that I've just said, a couple of games into this winning streak, the Jazz were the number 1 first half team. In the last couple of games, they've widened that margin. They're now by far the best first half team in the league. They're coming up against a Knicks team who are on the last game of a long road trip, and then they fly back to New York and they're off until Friday. I'm sorry, the Knicks are about to get – I mean, BlackJack almost just convinced me to take full game. I just think there's too many points, but – I think they might get, just to pick up on BlackJack saying, I think they might get checked into SmackDown Hotel on the corner of Jabroni Drive and Know Your Role Lane. Let's get it.
That's it. That's it. And let me tell you something, Junior. It's not even enough points. I might get involved with an alternate line or something. Okay. They are going to 20 plus. 20 plus. This is going to be ugly.
Blackjack.
Come on, hey, you gonna have people going out here slamming this shit. Hey, I hope y'all cash, man. I hope y'all cash, my guys. I'll be watching this game. I'll be Blackjack words gonna be playing in my head, man. I'm not on the other side. I'm not betting either side, man. I'm staying off this game. I'm all the way off this game. I'm gonna watch it though. It's the late night game, so I'll definitely be watching it, my guys. What you guys think about total, Blackjack? So you think it's so? Look, do the Knicks see 90 points here? We got a total of 211. You saying it's gonna be 20-point blowout? Do the Knicks get over 90 points?
Sitting here right now, I'd say no.
Junior, what you thinking, my guy?
Listen, bro. I mean, I'm just thinking about Blackjack right now, bro. He really got me excited to go put some more money down on this game right now. But nah, I'm chill. I'm still sticking to my play. First half Jazz. I don't want to ride the wave of what he was just saying and start talking a bunch of smoke. I can only talk about shit I have money on, and the only thing I have on is, you know what I mean. I don't come on the show and tell people money on shit I don't have money on. So, Jazz first half is what I got my money on. I'm a chill. Stick to that.
Hey, these guys in the chat. Let's see. Tommy Crocco say Jazz minus 11.5, maybe more or less. Dave King says Blackjack is drunk. LMAO. Let's see. Omar say Blackjack is the GOAT. Blackjack exotic. Let's see. Ian quickly points over. Quick. Lock it in quick. He is embracing the role. Yeah, he is. Quickly has been balling. Let's see. Jerz saying I'm on the Knicks and the under. That's my guy there.
What is all the NY in the chat? How so many people on the Knicks right now?
This is crazy.
Angle. What's the angle on the Knicks?
I think, Junior, I'm telling you, I think the Knicks have become one of those teams this year that people like to bet and they feel sharp because the Knicks have been, I'll say, more competitive than I think I expected them to be, right? Like they've won some games I didn't think they'd win. Their defense is improved for sure. But like the guys who are sitting here and making this team out to be some darling against the number, that's just not right. Like they're 8-10 overall. They're 9-9 against the spread. Like this team is not markedly better. They're not the Bulls, right? They're not a team that's below average but covers a ton of games. That's not the Knicks. So like I think people just have this in their head that like the Knicks are this defensive stopper and they hang around in games. It's not really true.
God, yeah. M. Yang say Knicks winning by 20. Mathematics say Knicks plus 11.5 is the play. So yeah, them boys liking the Knicks over there, my guys. Somebody else say smack Jazz. Yeah,
Mathematics. You got eyeballs? You know how to watch the game? Because Utah's gonna throw 1,000 threes in their face tonight.
Yeah, and other people in the chat saying Money Mars said he say so Tony say Jazz smash. Money Mars say no Jazz music on today. Utah Jazz team total over 112 in my pocket. That sounds like that could be a nice look as well, man. Yeah, Knicks off a couple losses, man. I'm not playing this game, man. It's a bowl of points, but the Jazz, see the way the Jazz look, man. The boys, I'm not betting against them right now. Knicks are a self-check on offense. Blackjack needs to chill. That's my boy Mucho Man, Blackjack Savage. Y'all tripped out. Antoine Murphy say Clips money line. Oh no, Jazz all the way. So hey, they boys say they're rolling with you, Blackjack. Some of them, half of them rolling with you. Other ones going with the Sharps. Going with the Sharps there with the Knicks, man. Like I say, it's gonna be interesting for me to see what happens now. And Knicks had their number last time, man. So be interesting to see if the Jazz get the revenge. It is technically a revenge game, Jay, man. So you know what I'm saying? Hey, but break them off with your official plays, Blackjack. That's the card today, my guys.
Houston minus 3.5, Utah minus 11.
Junior, what's up, my guy? I'm rooting for you hard on there. Houston, my guy. What up, Junior?
I swear to God, bro. Blackjack's confidence. I love this shit. I swear.
How that same confidence about the Rockets, man? Please.
I love the Rockets. Rockets all day long.
5, 4,
I
3,
get
2,
on the Rockets
1.
After the show, to be honest, because I really like that number, and I just really like what I've seen from the Rockets in the last couple of games that I watched them. And with John Wall, I don't know. I think people are just sleeping on Wall. I feel like they feel like he's washed And I think he's still got some left in the tank. And the fact that it's a revenge game for him. Anyways, my official pick, though, is Jazz first half -6.5.
Exactly. 420's good looks, my guy. My guy 420 Fuego says, don't be afraid to live bet these games. Exactly, man. The NBA is crazy. Exactly. You can get plus probably on both sides, man. I could never talk anybody out of there. 77 Figure says, passing on tonight's card, huge card tomorrow. I couldn't talk you out of that as well, my guy. I couldn't talk you out of it as well. Right now, I'm just small on the Rockets, my guy. I'm just small on the Rockets. Waiting for some more moves. I know what I'm going to do. Set the spot. You know what I'm saying? Wait on these confirmations, man. Wait on these confirmations. I would really love Christian Wood to play there, my guys. Would really love Christian Wood to play, but I mean he's doubtful. He's listed as doubtful. But as long as them guys out for the Wizards as expected, I'm on the Rockets. I like the Rockets, my guys. That's who we on. Jay's picks. Rockets 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time to lift off on them boys, man. We're finna get up out of here. We'll be back tomorrow with a full card. You dig what I'm saying? We'll be back with a full one. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. Like, subscribe to the channel. If you like the content, go to sbrpicks.com/NBA. Check out the content, my guys. We appreciate y'all for watching. We'll be back tomorrow.